Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today is a follow-up to my last video I just posted. So this video, I did 3 jobs on a Sunday, my day off, and I wanted to discuss customers. This is part of my customer playlist. So I always have experiences with customers, and I want to share it with you guys. So I'm not going to show the work today. I'm just going to work because I like working without recording. I'm on my way to an expedited catering order right now, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to talk about. So as I drive to my pickup, expedite order, pick it up from Church's Chicken, I don't have to go into great detail of this. You guys understand the importance of customers. I don't have any work without customers. The gig apps have no work, no money to be made without customers. So we kind of understand that. It's all about getting customers. So whether it's a private customer or a retail store, you need a customer. You need someone to purchase something, or they need your service. They need you to deliver or move something, whatever it is, right? That's what my whole business is based on, customers. So just to give you an idea, I'm headed to an expedite order right now, and there's several things that had to happen for me to even get this job. So number one is you need a customer. You need a customer to go in, or either online or at the store, go to Church's Chicken and order. The customer needs to place a catering order. Okay, that's number one. Without that, none of this is possible, right? The second thing is Easy Cater. That platform gets the job, and they divvy it out to these different apps. So Expedite is one of them. So Expedite gets the job. Expedite also needs that customer to go in there and place a catering order. If no customers place any catering orders, there's no money to be made for anybody, right? Expedite will then shoot that job out to me, and then I accept it. So I'm doing this job all because of square one. A customer went into Church's Chicken or went online and placed a catering order. Without that, none of this is possible. So we kind of understand that. I don't have to go in great detail of that. You guys should know that. You understand the importance of customers. Now, I want to share, in this video, I want to share what affects the market, what affects you personally, what affects the entire market, what affects these gig app platforms. I want to share that with you guys, and I want to kind of highlight the importance of customers and why we have to keep them happy, why we have to keep them coming back. That's very important. So that's what this video is about. All right, so I'm gonna knock this job out. I'm just gonna work my day, and then when I'm done with the day, I'm gonna get into that. So I'm gonna talk about each delivery I did yesterday, and then I have 2 more things to discuss, and that'll be it. All right, guys, I'm not even gonna show this order because I'm not gonna show you any work today. So I just wanna work my day and get to what I wanna talk about. But this is the order I'm picking up. It's just 3 bags, and then I'm waiting on 1 more bag. They're having an issue with the oven. They're making the biscuits, so about 10 minutes delayed. So I'm delivering to HEB corporate office, and it's a drop off only, no setup, and this is the pay. So these are the type of orders I'm getting every day on Expedite, so that's why I do them. So this is the first job out the gate, and then I got some more work lined up. All right, so once I'm done with this, I will get into what this video is about. All right, man, I apologize. So this is actually the very next day. So what happened is I got really busy. I must have did about 6 jobs yesterday, and I got home and I was tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, so I was already tired. I decided to take a nap, and I'm like, I'll do the video after I take a nap. Man, I crashed out. I was out. It was dark when I got up. So anyways, new day. I got a great night's sleep, and this is the next day. I'm actually on my way to an expedite order, another high-paying one. I'm gonna do that job, and then right after that job, I'm gonna talk about what I was supposed to on the yesterday. So the video is about customers, the importance of them, and what hurts the market. That's what I want to talk about, and I want to share my experience from a previous video, this video right here. All right, so anyway, that's what we're about to do. Let me go knock out this expedite order, and then I'm gonna get into what the video is about, so that don't happen again. Just a quick update. The expedite order I did yesterday, I ended up waiting 30 minutes. I waited 30 minutes, and I was about almost 20 minutes late to the drop off. So they can waive the pickup time as long as you communicate, let them know. And actually they told me I don't have to message them. If the restaurant's running late, it automatically flags it. So you don't have to message them. That's what they told me. And then I did tell the customer that I was running late. I told them what was going on. Basically, one of their ovens broke, and they weren't able to make the biscuits. They had to use a different oven, which took longer. So, anyways, that was the delay. I ended up taking a photo. This is the photo I took. So I took a photo to show that I'm at HEB, and then I took a photo that I have the food, and I closed it out right away. So it was like 15 minutes late. So, anyways, all good. It happens. Not a big deal. Just got to deal with it. So anyway, they gave me an extra $6 for that 30 minutes of wait time. So, all right, man, let me go knock this one out. Hopefully this one goes smooth. All right, guys, we're here picking up from Saltgrass right here. So we're driving 4 miles. So I'm not gonna show a lot of this. We'll knock it out real quick. All right, guys, loaded up, and thankfully everything was ready. So the drive is 4 miles. It's gonna take 7 minutes to get there. I'm gonna be about 8 minutes early, so that's perfect. All right, man, so this is what it looks like. It's only 2 bags and 1 plastic bag with the utensils. So very easy drop off. As soon as I finish this order, I'm gonna get into the video, and then I'm gonna work my day. All right, guys, let's make this pretty quick. So you guys, I don't have to explain customers. You guys get it, right? You understand the importance of customers. I want to highlight how being on a gig app platform affects you, and it affects everyone else. And I just want to kind of explain that. So before I get into that, let me highlight the 3 jobs I did on this video. Okay, so this was the first job, was delivering a washer, and that washer had to go up 1 flight of stairs. Okay, I knew that when I accepted it. I don't mind doing it because one thing I do when I get the address, you know, you can go on Zillow and look at the house. You can see the inside of the house when they were selling it, so I could see what the stairs look like. I saw it was a straight shot, so I could do those all day. So I just want to show you my messaging that I send the customer. The reason I'm highlighting this is because gig apps put me in front of a potential customer every time. That's my way of thinking. So I'm always trying to build clients. Okay, so that's the reason for this service, right? Dolly, that is their customer. When the customer books a job, or when they book a job at Best Buy, that is Dolly's customer, not mine. So Dolly has to deal with any issues. If the customer has a complaint, they're not gonna call me, they're gonna call Dolly. That's their customer. I'm just agreeing to do the job. I'm agreeing to do the delivery on Dolly's behalf. Okay, so that's kind of important to understand that. So that is Dolly's customer. But I have a business mindset. So every customer is a potential customer for me. So that's the way I look at it. So that's why I treat them right. I don't dog them out like Dolly does. All right. So I showed this before, but this is the messaging that I send customers, and this is only for Best Buy orders. So once I accept the job, the customer will automatically get this message where it just introduces me and it says I'm bringing an assistant. And then the day of the actual delivery, I will send this message. This is pre-written, and I showed this before. So I did this based on my experience, because the employees at Best Buy are not giving the customer the terms for Dolly. They're supposed to give them the terms. They actually have a form that they give them and explains that we can't take the door off, we can't modify the refrigerator, we can't modify the house, it's a drop off only, we can't install, we can't uninstall. Like, it has all those rules. The customers are not getting that information, or they're getting it and they're pretending like they don't know. Okay, so I send this so there's no confusion. Okay, so this is the message I send the customer so there's no confusion. And because this customer has stairs, I add this. I said, if the appliance needs to go upstairs, I will need to use my appliance dolly to take it up. The dolly has rubber wheels on the back to protect the stairs, FYI. So I'm letting the customer know ahead of time. I'm not carrying that thing up. I'm using my appliance dolly. Okay. Dolly sends a message for each job and says, make sure you have the right equipment. That is the proper equipment to deliver a washer, dryer, refrigerator, all that stuff, appliance dolly. That's what it's for. It's made to go upstairs. It's made to pull and take down stairs. If a customer does not like that, I will not do the delivery. I'm not breaking my back for a dolly job. The pay is not enough, okay? So I have a right to use equipment. If the customer doesn't like that, then that's tough. Either they're gonna have to find someone else to do it, or, you know, I'm not gonna do it. So it's simple as that, all right? So the customer responded, thanks for the update. Appliance needs to go upstairs, 1 flight. So I'm highlighting the importance of communicating. Communicate with the customer, no surprises. They know what to expect when I get there. So that's very important. The second job, this one, the customer, the one where I delivered the refrigerator and then I moved her old fridge to the backyard. So this customer, same message. I sent them a pre-written message, but this one is for hallways, okay? This is a specific one. This customer, everything's the same except I added at the end that hallways must be cleaned out, disconnected, and prepared for transport prior to my arrival. Let me know if you have any questions. So that's very important. The customer has to have everything uninstalled before I get there. That is a big issue. There's so many times I do hallways for dolly and the customer hasn't disconnected anything. So they're putting me in a big liability situation and dolly doesn't back up drivers. So it's either you end up doing it for them or you have to go through the hassle of trying to cancel it or, you know, whatever, and it's just a big mess. So anyways, no confusion, right? This customer understands. On that delivery, the customer's husband, he disconnected everything, so there's no issues there. I want to highlight this last part. When she responded to me, she said, hi, Christopher, thank you for your update since I didn't have a good experience on Friday with one of the movers who messaged me, but thank you. So I found out more about that. And I know there's two sides to every story, so I'm not trying to take sides. I don't know what the driver's side is, but all I know is what the customer told me. She wanted this delivery on Friday. A dolly driver accepted it, okay? And that driver messaged the customer and said that I can't do this delivery on Friday at the time that she wanted. She wanted it at 11 o'clock or something like that. He wanted to do it later, like 5 p.m. or something like that. She's like, absolutely not. Like, what's going on? So basically, the long story short is he kind of had an attitude and just ended up telling the customer, this is through chat. He's messaging the customer, either change it to Saturday or find somebody else, and pretty much stop chatting with her. So that was the experience that she had with a driver on the dolly platform. She never heard of that platform before. She has no knowledge of this, doesn't know how it works, but that was her first interaction with a dolly driver. So common sense will say that this customer will probably never use a dolly platform ever again in her life because of that experience. And that hurts not only that driver, but it hurts everyone. That hurts me and everybody else out here doing these jobs. So whether the customer books the job on dolly or they do a direct booking through me, it's work. It's work for everyone, right? I'm on the dolly platform, so every customer that books a job, that's an opportunity for me and everyone else, okay? There's people that don't own a business. They don't have a business and they don't care about this business. They don't care about customers and they can get away with that, right? They talk to customers like that and it just messes it up for everyone. So I had to kind of clean that up. I responded back to her and I said, oh, no problem. And sorry to hear that. We'll take care of you. So I wanted to reassure her that we'll definitely take care of you. We're not going to treat you like that. So I was very polite and I took the time to explain how dolly works. I explained it, that they're random independent contractors. They're not vetted. There's a background check, but that's it. There's no inspection of their vehicle, no inspection of their equipment. There's no history on them, no work history, like, you know, if they worked before, who their last employer was. Like, dolly doesn't do any investigation like that. So I let her know that you're going to experience that on a platform like that. So fortunate for her, I was able to clean that up. We took care of her. We even went the extra mile. I ended up getting a tip, and guess what she got? She got my business card, right? You got to give the customer options, right? She does not have to use that platform to get her stuff delivered. So she's reassured, and I just built another customer. So anyways, I just want to highlight that one driver in your market could absolutely destroy this platform. They could just run customers away, and that's less work for you. So it hurts everyone. All right, guys. I was gonna share information on the third one, but it's not important. Basically, Rossnell was in that video. He was dropping off a washer that was damaged. So he delivered a washer. It's already bubble wrapped, so he doesn't know it's damaged. The customer was a little upset. He returned it. I ended up getting that job later, and I delivered the new washer. So I was aware of the fact that the customer probably wasn't happy. So you have to kind of understand that. You have to have compassion on them. We were extra nice. We went the extra mile to help him get that washer delivered. So anyways, I don't have to go in details of that. I'm just, again, make a customer, keep customers happy. I'm not saying you gotta bend over backwards and you have to allow customers to disrespect you or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you need customers for this business. Like, absolutely have to have them. There's no way you can make money. So anyways, I'm gonna end with this one because this video is getting longer than I wanted. I saw this a while back. This was a Facebook post, and you guys know AI is out of control. Nobody knows what's real, what's fake. I don't think this is AI. I think this is a real photo. I think that somebody saw this and snapped a photo. It looks very realistic. Even if it's not real, I think it is, but still, this is unacceptable. So this right here is gig work. These are gig workers. Looks like DoorDash, right? This is a DoorDash driver, and this is not the first time this happened. Picked up the food from the counter, McDonald's, went to the bathroom, set the food down next to the urinal, not even behind him, but next to the urinal, and decided to take a piss, right? This is absolutely disgusting. And this is the image that customers have when they order on gig app platforms. So this one incident right here, this could go viral and the whole world sees it. And that's an image that people can't get out of their head. So there could be 90% of the drivers in your market could be great. They take care of the food. They would never do anything like this. It's just a handful that will do something like this, and it absolutely destroys the market. It destroys the reputation of the company. It destroys the reputation of other drivers, and it affects the entire market. And there's a ton of customers who will run away from DoorDash. So me personally, I don't never have food delivered. I used to. A while back, I had food delivered. The last time I had food delivered, I had company, so I didn't want to leave to go pick it up. So I decided to order through either DoorDash or Grubhub. I think it was DoorDash. And I went outside. I told the driver that I'll come outside and pick up the food. So when I got there, I came outside, and it was a woman, and she was in a very beat up car. Not going to judge her on that, as long as the car gets around. But the car was filthy. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in years. You can see the inside, the interior was disgusting. It was trash everywhere. And she had a dog in the front seat. Okay, it was a dog in the front seat, not a small dog, not a house dog. It was a big dog. Big dog in the front seat. And my food was sitting on the back seat in a bag, not in a catering bag, just in a bag, kind of like this photo right here. And I was very upset. And I actually had a $20 tip for the driver, a $20 cash tip I was gonna give her. But because of that, when I saw that, I was like, this person just doesn't care. That's disgusting. Dogs, I respect people that love their pets and stuff, but you gotta have boundaries. There's certain things you just don't do. Like people that put their pets in shopping carts and stuff like that. Like, you just gotta know where the limit is. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, the dog shed, there's dog hair everywhere. You just don't mix that with food, especially delivering to someone. So anyways, her tip went to 0, right? I did not tip her because of the service. And some people will say, oh, you should have tipped. No, absolutely not. Absolutely, I'm not tipping, no service like that. In fact, we always didn't want to eat the food. So anyways, I had to really inspect it, make sure everything was good. But anyways, that made me not order for delivery anymore. If I order DoorDash or Grubhub, I put that I'm picking it up. I go pick it up myself. So only person making money is the restaurant, or actually DoorDash. DoorDash is the only person that makes money now, or Grubhub, because of that incident. A driver is not getting my money. And that sucks for the other drivers, but that's what I don't want to experience that again. And so this is what this does to customers. This runs them away. And so anyways, this is disgusting. Backsplash, right? When you're pissing in a urinal, that stuff splashes out. That is disgusting. So anyways, you guys get the idea. I just wanted to highlight the importance of customers and how the way you treat a customer, even on a gig app, can affect the entire market. It'll affect you and the entire market. And if you get enough people like this guy pissing with the food, it's gonna run hundreds and even thousands of customers away. And that's less work for you, less money. So just keep that in mind. That's why I say direct bookings is the key, and that is what you should be shooting for. Direct bookings, direct contract, third-party contracts, and TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is the perfect app to build your business. All these other gig apps, this is what you have to deal with. Other drivers like that. So there's another one I want to tell you about. I'll tell you on a different video though. There's a TaskRabbit incident that I learned about. I'm gonna share that on a different video. So anyways, y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.